Howdy, I'm Kurt Williams, and today we're talking about the Deadpool trailer. No, there's no time for that. There's a new trailer out for Deadpool and Wolverine, a real one this time, I swear. And as you might already know, I'm not exactly a big fan of Deadpool, but this trailer looks, pretty good. Who needs a preamble? Let's do this thing.
I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy.
Here we go.
Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider.
Yo, a couple things right away. I love how Deadpool movies are so on top of little details, like the muzzle of his gun saying smile and wait for the flash because you're about to get shot by it. That's some well done humor right there. Also, did you see that haunting smile that Hugh Jackman just gave? Oh man, his acting is on another level already.
I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Not my problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Okay, so we already know that this is a Wolverine who comes from a reality that doesn't have the X-Men anymore. Probably very similar to the Old Man Logan universe, but also probably not the exact same thing because I don't think he ever wore this costume in that universe. So we're dealing with a variant here. It's not a Wolverine that you know from any other movie, most likely. Ah, that's cute. Do you see that 20th Century Fox statue in the background that's melting into the ground? Nice touch.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go yourself.
Ah, that Copperhead sign has got to be a reference to something. I don't know if that's supposed to be a Marvel character they're referencing. I doubt they would want to reference the Serpent Society. What does that have to do with any of these characters?
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do.
Oh, that's cute. They've got a Liefeld shop that says Just Feet. If you're watching videos about Deadpool movies, then you're probably already aware that Rob Liefeld is one of the co-creators of Deadpool. And people like to make fun of him all the time because he either goes to great lengths to avoid drawing feet, or he draws little tiny ballerina feet and has everybody standing on tiptoe all the time. So that's pretty funny. Luckily, Liefeld is a really cool guy and he can take a joke, so we can make lots of fun of him and he'll never get sad.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man. I am soaking wet right now.
Okay, wait. Earlier in the episode, we saw a guy from the TVA supposedly giving Deadpool a task and also leading him to enlist this super depressed Wolverine. But now they're fighting agents of the TVA? That doesn't really make sense. I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's mischief afoot. Is that Cassandra Nova? That would be really cool if we got Cassandra Nova. I feel like she's gotten kind of ruined in the comics lately. Cassandra Nova is the twin sister of Professor X, and he actually tried to kill her in the womb, and there was a great series about it during Grant Morrison's run on New X-Men. She actually caused the extinction of the mutants on Genosha, which was an island with a huge mutant population. And that, combined with House of M, is what led to there only being 198 known mutants left on Earth. So Cassandra Nova is a big player in the history of X-Men. It's a little odd that the only movies that I would trust at this point to do that kind of character justice are Deadpool movies. Because Sony is right out. They're ruining everything they touch except for the animated stuff. And the MCU has just been whiff after whiff lately, so I wouldn't trust them with Cassandra Nova right now. So this is great. I'm really excited to see what they do with her. Oh, cool. Deadpool has these adamantium swords now, so he can actually fight Wolverine and not have to worry about his samurai swords getting chopped up.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking about.
Whoa, there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, we got the giant corpse of Ant-Man. It looks like his head just so happens to be placed like this on the ground so that they can enter through his mouth. And those are his arms stretching off to either side there. And from what I can tell, we've got Lady Deathstrike on the left there and Azazel on the right side. I think they were both in X-Men Origins, but I can't remember for sure. And if you don't remember, don't worry too much about it, because it's not like it was the best movie of all time or anything. Or was it? That character right there might be Toad. He might be just just a more goofy 60s style looking Toad. I've heard that that's supposed to be an old-fashioned Fantastic car, like straight out of issue 3 or 4 of Fantastic Four, but I'm just gonna assume that it isn't and maybe be pleasantly surprised. And I'm pretty sure that that's just a tricked out version of the Red Skull's car from the original Captain America movie. If it is, that's pretty sick. I love that they just have references to all the other movies in this one.
Big slow motion.
Is that Dogpool? I bet it's freaking Dogpool. I'm sure plenty of people are gonna love that, but I'm in the same boat as Wolverine here. Genuinely and aggressively revolted.
An action sequence.
Whoa, 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 what kind of Mad Max Treasure Planet shenanigans do we have here? Looks to me like a Hydra tank being pulled by a bunch of World War II era motorcycles. But what do I know? I just live here.
Who knows if you live or die?
Oh, sucks to fight a telekinetic, doesn't it, bub?
Let's f***ing go.
Let's f***ing go.
Okay, hold on now. We haven't seen anything Doctor Strange related this whole time. Unless I'm wrong and that's not Cassandra Nova, it's actually just some variant of the Ancient One, which, you know, I feel like nobody could be faulted for assuming that they're the same person. They look like the exact same person. If that is Cassandra Nova, then I guess somebody else could just find a sling ring, maybe? Or maybe this is Deadpool and Wolverine jumping from their crummy universe into the real MCU and somebody from the MCU opened that portal somehow? But if that's the case, then wouldn't you assume that that's happening at the end of the movie? And why would they show us the very last scene in the movie in a trailer for the movie? Though I guess the main draw of this movie is the knowledge that these characters are going to end up in the mainstream MCU, and does it really matter what happens in the process of them getting there if them getting there is what we all really want? It's, you know, it's something to puzzle is what it is.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
You know, I do really love it when they reference Kevin Feige in the Marvel movies. I think we can all safely admit that Kevin Feige is the reason that anybody cares about them. She-Hulk did a pretty good job of poking fun at him, too.
What about Bolivian marching powder?
They know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupted?
Even forest bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes! But I can't.
Yeah, looks pretty good. Like I said before, I'm not really the biggest fan of Deadpool. I feel like his comics have been getting progressively lamer over time, but I will admit Ryan Reynolds is doing a fantastic job with the character. And not only am I excited to see Hugh Jackman be in Wolverine again, but I'm really excited to see him based on his acting in this trailer. It looks like he's really taken it up a notch. I assume that most of you have already left the video by now, but if you're still here, this channel is all about loving comics and supporting the industry that we love so much. So go check out some of my review videos of other comics, and if you see something that you think you might like, go and buy it from a local comic store. They'd really appreciate your business. And also, we're getting pretty close to a big milestone in the channel, so we might be doing a giveaway soon. Keep your eye out for that. And until next time, try not to eat any dynamite.